Welcome to the Bluegrass State. Corey Yelton here with Fairway Mortgage and your American Dream host. Today we're in Petersburg, Kentucky, which is about 30 minutes south of Cincinnati, Ohio, and we're going to explore the Creation Museum. This main building has about 75,000 square feet and almost 150 exhibits, plus tons of experiences to walk you through the biblical perspective on the origins of life. There's a planetarium, a special effects theater, a children's zoo, botanical gardens, nature trails, and for the thrill seekers, which would not describe me, there's even an 1,800 square foot zip line. So, I hope you're well rested. Why don't you come with me and we'll go check it out. In the Dino Den, and I'm talking today with Dr. Tim Chafee, who is an author and also the content manager of the Creation Museum and their sister attraction, the Ark Encounter, in nearby Williamstown, Kentucky. So thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks, Corey. It's good to be with you.
Yeah. So tell me, what's the buzz? Why do people come from all over the world to this place?
Well, it's very unique. I mean, here you have an entire museum, a large museum that is first class, and it's dedicated to teaching people that the Bible is true from the very first verse. Most museums will never talk about that, and so there's a lot of people who are hungry for that. People are curious, and they want to know, can the Bible be trusted? And they want to see the Bible come to life, and that's what we do here at the Creation Museum.
Awesome. So obviously, tons of space here, lots of things to look at and see and experience. What are your best tips for visitors to the museum?
Yeah, well, I definitely recommend they go check out our website at creationmuseum.org because it's going to give you all the details of where you can stay and how you can get your tickets and group rates, all those different things, different tips for them. But also talk to people who've already been here. Explore the website. I'll tell you about some of the exhibits. Look at some of the resources that we have. We have books that will take you through the various exhibits as well. So yeah, take advantage of the resources that are already there. Look at our website, answersingenesis.org, that has thousands of articles dealing with a lot of the issues we cover here at the Creation Museum.
Okay, awesome. And so obviously your team is probably constantly innovating, trying to find new ways to teach visitors about the biblical history of the origins of life. So what's coming soon at the Creation Museum?
Yeah, so if you haven't been here in a few years, there's a lot that's new already, because since we opened the Ark in 2016, we've had to redo about a third of the Creation Museum. And so if people haven't been here for a while, come back. There's a lot that's new, but we're building a large conservatory out in the gardens area. We call it the Eden Teaching Center. And so we're going to have we're expanding our zoo out there as well. So we're going to have 4 large greenhouses, seasonal. One of them seasonal, the others are plants of the Bible. So we're developing that right now. We just opened up some new exhibits here, Fearfully and Wonderfully Made, Borderland, and then we've got a new one that we're working on right now that I'm so excited about down at the Ark Encounter, and that's going to be a huge model of first century Jerusalem from the time of Jesus. And so it'll be the most accurate model of Jerusalem anywhere in the world.
Cool, and very timely, I'm sure, given the world event. So obviously with visitors coming from all over the world, there's got to be an economic impact to the region and the state. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, I don't know the official numbers, but I do know it's a huge impact. We have 1 million people a year coming to the Ark Encounter, about half of that coming to the Creation Museum. You think of all those people who are coming and staying in the hotels, dining at the restaurants, they're visiting other attractions in the area. So they're spending money here. Just in taxes alone, we're bringing in millions of dollars to the state. So we're having a huge economic impact. And we have over 1,000 people working at the 2 places, between the various ministries. And so, yeah, we're definitely having a huge impact economically, and we've won awards for that as well from the state.
That's right. I saw that you all had won a big award from the Northern Kentucky Convention Bureau. Mm-hmm. So that's great. Last but not least, what would you say when people leave this place, what impact does it have on them? What do they say about their time here?
There are a lot of people who say it was so great to see the Bible come to life. That they had imagined it as they read it, but then to actually come here and kind of be thrown into some of those scenes and to think about it at a deeper level for them. Some people will comment on that their faith was strengthened because they're being shown that the Bible's trustworthy from the very first verse. And then some of my favorite testimonies are the people who say that they've given their lives to the Lord because they've encountered the gospel here and they've believed the gospel and are saved. So I praise God for that.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for spending time with me today and showing us around. This has been an awesome opportunity to explore the museum, and I really appreciate your time.
You're very welcome. It's good to meet you.
Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of American Dream, where we saw just a glimpse of the Creation Museum in Petersburg, Kentucky. I'm your host, Corey Yelton, and I'll see you next time.